Long, deep inhales. Let that exhale relax. Just falls out of the body. Then with the next breath, whenever it starts to flow in, pay attention to the pause to the inhale is completed. Even if it's just a microsecond, notice the pause. Same after the exhale, notice the minuscule pause. It's different energy, the flow of prana in, the flow of the breath out. That pause for me started to make a huge difference. It's like life, especially in our society, tends to be so full that we're transitioning from one thing to the next to the next. And if we don't take that moment to pause, just be kind of in that stillness, the silence for a moment, then we're swept away. It's like being in a river and it's just constantly flowing and turning and moving. But life is cyclical like this, like the breath. I think one of the big things the breath teaches is that pause. And the more we start to spend time with those pauses, it's like all of our thoughts are swept away, at least for that microsecond. So we can be present, full, be whole. So as we travel through class, we'll notice the pauses. Just try to return to that awareness with the breath over and over and over again. One more easy cycle here. Inhale, notice the pause. Exhale, notice the pause. And we'll start to stretch the arms all the way to the back wall. Inhale, pause. Exhale, starts moving over to the left. And feel the pause. Go back to long, feel the pause. Exhale, lean to the second side. Go faster, go slower, find your own rhythm. Enjoy that pause. Next, when we're in the middle, stay right knee into chest. Ankle rolls. Both directions. Right leg extends up to sky, grab onto it. As you're breathing, feel that pause, helping the hamstrings relax in the depth of the stretch. That right heel to the back left end, pigeon pose. Slide the chin in and see if it feels good. Sometimes I wrap my left arm around the shin to pull it in, but sometimes I kind of clasp my hands around the back of the head to lift up the head, pulling the chin into the chest and much stretch for the back of the head. So if you'd like to try that today, if that feels better, go. Head lifted, release the ankle, drop this right leg down, left knee into chest, give it a hug, ankle rolls. Both directions. Leg extends up to stop. Focus on that pause. See if the hamstring can extend even higher. The heel, slide the shin in. Maybe hug around the shin or hug around the head into the chest. Something comforting about being curled in, if you are curling the head in. Like it returns us to the fetal position where we were safe, completely hugged and protected. Notice how it's okay in these moments to be a little shallow with the breath, curled in on purpose because we're stretching. And also give yourself permission to take a slightly deeper breath into the belly. Release the head, release the leg. Start to counter that curled in shape with the heart. So split the arms and the head come out the back end. Maybe you want it to be a very gentle back bend, so the fabric is up high on your back, or maybe you want it to be lower, the fabric seems to be supported for weights. Head out backwards, whether you're gripping the fabric or opening your joints. Also pay attention to the breath. Be a bit deeper when it's open like that. Give it that space, fill the space. Curl the head in, stretch up and over the legs. Pull the head a little closer to right shoulder. And roll the head a little closer to left shoulder. The head back down in the center. Step onto right leg or right foot and lift the right leg up. So that means we have to kind of lean back just a little bit, just enough to counterbalance the weight of the leg. If grabbing the foot means the leg has to be super, super bent, maybe that's the invitation to walk a little bit further down. Legs extending, feel the stretch through the hamstring, maybe into calf. anchor the left hand on the outside of the foot or leg. Right hand circles up to sky and stretches all the way back. Bring right arm, drop right leg, and pick up left. The right hand on the outside of the left foot or leg. Left arm circles up, back. And the arm, drop the leg. Lean forward for just a moment. And as we start to sit back up, we'll head toward our first inversion. You get to choose either hip or vampire, whatever feels best. If it feels like your body wants to be hugged around the hips so your spine can hang, your feet free out the front, push the fabric down to your hips and then wrap the legs. You feel instead like you should do vampire, get the fabric just tucking around the shoulders, and all the excess down. You're about high left and right. Take the feet up when you get there. Feet press from the inside, pushing out. So rather than wrapping, rather than wrap, push. Okay, so push onto the spot right above where you're happy to come out. So by pushing it, kind of wrapping, what that does is let your posture more upright. You're wrapping it, kind of touches your chest a little bit. And take a moment, at least for a second, to go back to the breathing with the pause that we were talking about. Notice how the breath is a little different. Just inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Upside down as long as your body knows it to still be helpful. When you've been out for a while, You're welcome to come to sitting and we'll eventually head toward a twist. No rush either way. Time the elbows meet. Ready for the twist? Bunch of fabric toward front forward. Right arm stretches the back wall or circles around. Switch sides. And left arm stretches back or circles around. Release forward. Briefly lift the legs up as we tilt forward to exit. So from here, you ended up right under plumb line. So keep the center of your weight here as you step right foot forward and left foot back a little bit. Go ahead and wrap up your arms. So arms are inside. And then start to open the arms, lean forward. Stop at that space where the fabric wraps around your arms. So a nice easy pyramid pose. Maybe the ball of the front foot is lifted, or if that doesn't feel comfortable, drop it back down. By the way, return back to the breath. Inhale with the pause. Exhale with the pause. Let's drop down and flip it. Slightly bend the front knee. And our front leg takes our weight. The weight, the arms in the fabric. The back leg's trying to lift higher if possible. Bending the left knee. Pump the left foot up and down a little higher. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend the leg back out, fly like an airplane, lift, and softly land that foot back to pyramid. Softly bend both knees, roll the spine up. Grab onto each side, jump up, just switch the feet out. Yeah. So same thing, open the arms. Start to lean forward until your upper body finds the fabric wrap. Settle into pyramid, option to lift the front toes. Breath if you lost it. Let's drop down. Front leg takes the weight. Lift right leg. Bend the knee. Pump the foot up and down slow. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend, pause. Soft land. And knees, roll the head. One more time, curl up. Land directly underneath you. Fabric comes around in front. Easy chance to just lean halfway forward. Soften the knees, roll the spine up. Right leg inside the fabric. Your choice, depending on how you feel, either slide the hands down and over that leg, hamstring stretch, or slide the hands up for more of a split. Good here, find the breath. Rises up, hop forward, just like 4 or 5 inches or so. So you should be just a little bit in front of plumb line. The leg floats to the side. If it's not just hovering exactly to the side, you'll keep on shifting the standing foot forward or backward. Then bunch up both strands, slide left hand up, right hand down. Option to just stay here, opening this part of the chest. Or, yeah, so it's the way that opens your chest. So it should be left hand up, right hand up. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So option to just stay with the open chest or continue to sink weight to the side. Weight back over the center. Keep the left hand just on this closer one. Good. The right leg bends. Then once the leg's behind you, then the right hand grabs the other strand. Good. So you've got 2 options here. A dancer's pose with either. So dancer's pose is option 1. Dancer's pose would be hand sliding closer to shoulder, lean forward, and then kick the foot to lift it. That's dancer. Or splits would be hands higher, straighten the leg, and then sink backwards. With that one, if you're touching the back wall, you may need to hop the standing foot forward. So it looks like we're doing dancer today. That's beautiful. And the balance point. The torso rises. Rest the fabric on the back side of each shoulder. Just sink your weight backwards, getting into the right quad. Standing back up, slide the left hand up. The right leg extends back. Transition through the side and forward. The right hand grabs in front. We take a swinging switch. Right foot in, right foot out, left foot in. Oh. This first one is the hamstring, so either slide down to lean or slide hands up to take splits. Press up, up forward a bit. Legs float to the side, one foot both. Right hand up, left hand down. Option to sink more. Feel the breath. Feet over the center, right hand stays in the closer one. Leg transfers behind it, and then the left hand grabs. Good. So dancer's pose, hands close to the shoulders. Point the elbows forward, lean forward. And kick the foot into the fabric. It's what creates the lift. And find the point where body and breath are balanced. That's how, if the body's going to sway, it's usually not during the pause. Just enjoy the piece of the pause. Ready? Rest the fabric on the back side of both shoulders, lean back, quad stretch. Back over the center, right hand slides a bit higher. The leg lengthens back behind to swing all the way forward. And on each side. This one we turn into a swing. So step right foot in, bend the knees, swing a time or two. And that's fine, yep. And then we'll just step forward. So fabric right across sacrum. Keep the palms pushing so it doesn't rise. So you're under sitting bones, you want it to be on sacrum. Yep, that looks great. Beautiful. So keep some pressure so it stays. 1 foot steps back. Bend your knees. Start to engage your core as you lean into it. Take all the slack out. And then tiptoe forward under plumb line. From here is hands start to slide up, lean back, wrap the legs. Continue to lean. Keep the left leg as it is. Right leg straightens. Swing it around behind your back. And then bend it there. One or both hands tries to grab that right foot. Shoulders open, lower back open. Hips. Just one more breath. Make sure to notice the pauses. And release the hands, but leave the legs as they are. Gaze up toward belly button. And grip on each side. Continue to walk hands up above where that left foot is. So bend the knees. Good. Think here for a moment for the head. And it feels like the head's okay. It would be safe to transition on and tilt forward to stand on right foot. Beautiful. So the right hand is going to try to shift some more of the fabric into it and then lock. So that way this lifts the left knee a little high. So right hand shifts and locks straight. Yeah, exactly. The right arm holds all the slack. Beautiful. So the left hand either in front or behind grabs onto the foot. Try to extend out. Feel the balance. Notice the breath. Then the left knee. Release the fabric from the back. We'll end up catching the fabric under that left thigh. Light up high. Warrior one. Sink forward. Get into the intensity of the right hip. Front of the hip. SOS. And here we twist. So right arm hooks onto the outer left side. Right shoulder rests on the fabric behind you. This left hand pushes up. So notice the breath in the twist. The front one, it's whatever works. Yeah. Whatever. Notice the breath in the twist. You get to that deep inhale with a slight pause. Nice exhale. Grab the fingers. Helps to unwind the shoulders. Turn to the standing toes, anchor to the right. Open the arms, warrior two, then sink the weight forward. Pressure under the thighs too much, you can spread out the surface area. Just the breath here in this moment. Inhale, pause. Exhale. Extended side angle, left elbow rests on left thigh, or continue to slide the shoulder close to the knee. Right arm reaches up, you can keep it on fabric or lean to a forward angle. Hand grabs the fabric that supports the spine lifting. Weight comes over standing legs, slip to ankle. From the chest again, so this will be right hand up, left down. Option to sink more weight forward if the body feels happy with that. I love that. You just got it, yeah. I love how it hides itself for a while. Oh yeah, yeah. What? Quite a while, yeah. Okay, go ahead and take your weight back up. Now tree pose. So slip it back to thigh. The left foot goes to the left side. Hands to the heart. Hand grab one out of fabric if you need. But sometimes with that little bit of support, the tension under the thigh, sometimes I can close my eyes. So if you want to try for that state, take a screenshot of the room with your mind and close your eyes, try to hold it. Now slight pause. Exhale, slight pause. Good. Open the eyes. Step through the fabric. And then you're finding the center. So your hands are trying to separate the fabric back out to each side. More or less find the center, separate it wide, and then sit into it. Beautiful. So from here, bunching up the fabric, your front leg, your left shin comes up to the fabric in front of you. Hug around it, lean forward. The next couple of poses are curled in poses, as opposed to kind of heart opening poses. So be extra aware of trying to consciously take deep breaths in the quilt. As if your hip muscles are trying to stay kind of clenched, contracted. If so, release. Release your hands from the fabric in front of you, bunch it back up. Place the bunched up fabric on the arch of that left foot. Then slide the left foot up high. It's okay if the leg's a little bent. It's okay if it's straight. As you keep on pushing into the fabric, that lessens intensity. As you want to go deeper, you would back your hand off in the amount. So up to you to control the intensity level. Release of this left leg. Right shin comes up. More hug around it, pull it in. Less push into it. Bunch up the fabric, place the arch of the foot there, and slide the leg up nice. Lost the breath, return to it again and again and again. Release this right leg to the mirror side. Shift your hips forward. We exit. So lift the leg briefly to tilt forward. Slide the fabric to the sacral area. Push into it to keep it there. Yeah, take a little sip if you need it. Now's your chance. Let's get that. The words can be all wrapped up. Yep. Okay, so a sacrum. So 1 foot steps back. Start to lean into it. Take the slack out of the fabric. Tiptoe forwards here under plumb line. Core is engaged. As you tilt back, hands slide up, wrap the legs. Lean back. When you're ready, this one is left leg. Travels to the same side. Maybe grab on with one or both hands. And release. Put the gaze up with the fabric and then grab onto each side, walk the hands up. The right knee's not bent, bend it more so you can just rest here for a moment, give the head some time. Ready? Tilt forward. Slack through the left hand, walk it out. Knees lifted high, maybe right hand grabs the right toes. Pause in the breath, one more cycle. So bend the knee, unwind until fabric is under right side, and slide up high, sink forward. Yeah, if ever you're going to a weird angle, just shift where your standing foot is. That'll change it. Good. We'll start to head to the twist. So the left arm hooks around the outer right side. Left shoulder resting under the fabric behind you, and then right hand is pushing on that other strand to help the twist. Good. Feel the breath. And though we're twisting, breathe deep. Fingers wind around the fabric. Use that to help unwind the torso. Good. Standing towards the left. Open the arms, warrior two position. Sink forward, warrior two. Right elbow to thigh, or continue to slide to shoulder. Left hand can be on the fabric or extending forward. Hold the breath deep into that left lobe of the lung. Left hand grabs the fabric, torso rises, standing on your weight over the center. Left leg to ankle. Left hand goes up, right hand goes down. Sink as much weight forward as you like. Over standing leg, slip fabric back to thigh, and then tree pose, right foot to thigh. We'll grab onto the fabric or the heart. Maybe snatch out the room and hold it in your mind as you breathe and pause. The eyes step through the fabric. Use your hands to separate it. Try to find more or less the center. And sit back. One hand pushes into the fabric immediately in front of the face. That helps us find the center. So then opposite foot comes up where the hand is. And then once you've got one foot there, you place the second foot. But both legs extend upward. Head can rest on the fabric behind you, or weight of the head drops forward to gently stretch the neck. Twice. Another chance to try to practice breathing deep in a curled in position. When we practice in poses like this, it eventually becomes easier, even when we have to, say, drive in a car in front of the bucket scoop shape. It becomes easier to try to practice breathing, even in curled in situations. Likewise, our body tends to curl in when we go through hard emotional things. So if we practice breathing here, maybe the next time we go through that hard thing, remember to breathe. Option to stay here or go to cobbler's pose, bottoms of feet together. You choose how close the heels come into the pelvis. Knees open, hips relax. That microsecond of peace. A pause. From here, open the legs out to each side and bring them into the fabric. The last two shapes were a little curled in, so if your spine still feels curled in here, what you'll do to help straighten out of it is grab a high on the fabric in front of you, one on each side. Lift your hips up for a moment, and then sit back down, and usually I can let the core be a little bit more engaged, the spine a little taller. Sitting as tall as possible, then the hands on each side push open, stretching inner thighs. Bend your right knee. Your hands are going to try to find the two ends of fabric on the right side. So once you've found the fabric, slide up high. You're going to use that grip to help you shift the back leg around into a pigeon pose shape. So facing to the mirror, pigeon pose. Good. So your choice, arching the spine by keeping the grip high is fine if the back bend is nice. I personally like to keep the fabric in front of me like a seat belt and then lean forward. So it's like a little bit of pressure massage into that right shoulder from the seat belt. So if you like that, great. Either way, we're letting the hips relax for a little while in that push. Rock your weight onto right hip. Swivel the legs open. Left knee bends. Swivel foot in. Grab the hands onto that left side. Wide hands high on that left side until you can swivel right leg around. Same version you did before, keep or sleep. Rock weight onto left hip. Bring the legs back open. Here we're going to head to our Shavasana state. So if you just want to be in a cocoon, let the feet rest together here, kind of like a cobbler's pose. So that's absolutely fine just to rest here. Forehead rest forward, backward. If you prefer a normal Shavasana, swing your leg to the other side of one of them. Just lay all the way back. Laying on the floor is always an option if you need more grounding. Basically, choose your version of Shavasana today that can be your highest good. I'm settling into that shape by focusing on the pause. The inhales, the exhales. Just move into the body. Out in ways that perhaps another 3 or 4 good deep breaths until eventually we're ready to rise up to a comfortable seated position. Under our heart, thank ourselves for coming today. Thank our body for carrying us through the practice. Thank our emotions for shifting, moving, releasing. We thank this breath for being our teacher, reminding us how beautiful that micro pause is. So with this pause, it's recognition that it's okay to take time for yourself. It's okay to pause when changes are about to happen before we start the next thing. So with this to lead us on, let's wrap up the time we got to share together today. The sound of cold and calm down. Filled with light, happiness,